Okay, so in this video I'm just going to show you some of the advances that have been made in the form of dual booting, allowing Windows Mobile users to also run Android on their Windows Mobile phones. In this demonstration I'm using a HTC Touch Pro 2, branded by AT&T as the Tilt 2. Right here is just the basic Windows Mobile 6.5.3 ROM. This is actually an Energy ROM with Sense 2.5, cooked by a well-known chef over at XDA that goes by NRGZ28. And so we're not going to spend any time in this because we want to see Android, obviously. So let me just reboot the phone here. And what they've done is they've actually made it so that you can, at the time of booting, choose between the two operating systems, Windows Mobile or Android. And I just want to make it clear that none of this work was done by me. Props need to go to the XDA Android team that was responsible for the Android release. XDA member YOZGATG, I can't say that so I'll just spell it out, who created the CAB file, allows for the dual boot screen, and the creators of HARET, which is the executable that allows the shutdown of Windows Mobile and allows us to boot into Android. So those three guys together, did all this work. I'm just showcasing it on the phone to just show what it can do. And so as the phone boots into Windows Mobile, there's actually some registry edits that allow the dual boot screen comes in first. And so it's auto booting to Windows, but obviously if you want it to hit Android. And so now it's loading that executable I told you about before. And this process takes a little bit of time. Here's your Linux boot screen. And then here we come into the loading screen that you've seen on the Nexus 1. And this version of Android that's able to run on these Windows mobile phones is not 100% functional for everyday use. You can make phone calls, you can do email, you can text, you can browse the internet, you can even use Marketplace. But there's still a few things that aren't quite there yet, but it's come a very long way in just a few months, and so I'm sure given more time it'll iron the kinks out and these guys will get everything up running to 100%, which would be awesome for Windows Mobile users who want to use both operating systems on the same phone. As of right now, the things I know that don't work properly, Wi-Fi doesn't work, nor does Bluetooth, but I've yet to find really anything else that's really holding me back from playing with it too much. Okay, so right here we have the the home screen. I currently have a animated background with a little star field going just for some cool effect, but pretty basic. Oops. Well, now you'll see a lock screen since I didn't touch it long enough. There's the lock screen for Android, and open it just like normal. So again, home screen. I've just put a few little widgets on there: phone, contacts, browser messaging, some quick contacts, clock, a little counter app, Google search. Nothing too special there. The menu works just like on any other handset. Not quite as smooth. I don't think OpenGL is enabled on this, but it's still very usable. So I can go over to the other panel here: YouTube, music, some other little shortcuts here we've had on there. And then as well as on this side, same type of thing: Facebook, some power control stuff, Marketplace, maps, settings, apps. But also the notifications do work just fine. I don't currently have any in here, but it works just like it does normally. And let me go ahead and show you the Marketplace. Marketplace does work just fine on this particular version of this Android build. And I've already downloaded probably 4 or 5 apps from it just to test it out, and they work just fine. So as you can see, there's your Marketplace. And the keyboard also works just fine. You can use the hardware keyboard from the Touch Pro 2, but I can also click on here and bring up the software keyboard, and it works well. So there's that. So let's go back to the main page here, and I'll show you the browser. The browser works pretty well too. This particular build does have 3G as well. Okay, so here's the browser, and by default the home page is the mobile view of Google. Let's go ahead and pop over to an actual web page here. Let's hit up XDA developers, and again it works just like it it would a normal handset. Just